win it this year. It might
Who
not.
do you think the best team are?
I think the best team are Manchester City. But I don't,
Performance-wise?
I just think they're the best team.
Do you mean the best team to watch?
To watch, or the best team because they just got the players and everything? In performance, are you saying that?
Well, I think the most exciting team to watch are probably Liverpool. But I think the best team, I mean, they've proven it for years and years now. I think it's Manchester City. But it's not necessarily going to be the best team that will win the league. It might be Arsenal. It might be Liverpool. It might be Man City. But we're always getting told it's always the best team. It might not necessarily be the case this year.
Although, if you're looking at...
I understand what I'm trying to say. See, he doesn't want to come out overly tribalistic and biased, but it's obvious you're being overly tribalistic and biased. If Man City wins the league, they're the best team. If Liverpool wins the league, they're the best team. But if Arsenal wins the league, they're the best. Now, let me paraphrase this for you. Let me help you. That is what he's trying to say. Wow. See, the fact that you play the game doesn't make you an orator of the game. Because the fact that you play the game doesn't make you knowledgeable about the game. We've seen the countless times where world-class players, world-class used to be players, elite players at their playing days, were not necessarily elite managers or elite commentators or elite had any knowledge of the game. It is what it is. The fact that you have a talent to play the game doesn't necessarily mean that you have a functional brain to analyze the game or to actually see the game in a different light. You might understand playing the game on the pitch, but analyzing the game or commentating the game is a different facet. So it's crazy that a lot of people try to mix both and say, oh, because they play the game, you must know the game. No, absolutely no. Playing the game don't necessarily give you knowledge about the game. We've seen that most of the elite coaches were not the best in their playing days. From Mourinho to Klopp to Wenger. Maybe the exception is Zidane for what he did at Real Madrid. But aside from Real Madrid, we know that there's a caveat because Real Madrid had an unbelievable squad at that time. And since then, he has come out to take on that job. Aside from Zidane, which has an asterisk on it, name me one world-class player in his playing days that became a world-class manager. I'm waiting. Pep was not a world-class player in his playing days. So playing the game is different from knowing the game, analyzing the game, being a pundit of the game, and being a commentator on the game. Michael Owen, I don't rate him. It's unfortunate. These TV companies have to put him in our faces to try and dumb us down. Like, you're not going to dumb me down. So I don't rate his opinion. Like, he's overly biased. He's not sensible. He says some of the dumbest things. I'm not being pejoratory to Michael Owen. There are no other, for a lack of better term, he's not just, Michael Owen is not that guy you should listen to when it comes to football commentating and analysis and punditry. He's not that guy. He's out of his depth. He doesn't just have it. But as a player, Michael Owen was fantastic as a player. But as a football commentator, as a pundit, is absolute rare. Is absolute dog shite. It is what it is. So let's leave Michael Owen alone for now. Talk about some of the links that are making around. Arsenal have been linked to this player. Arsenal are reportedly leading the way to sign striker Victor Gyökeres. I'm not going to try to pronounce that second part. That is a struggle. I'm not Portuguese, and are willing to pay his 100 million release clause. Now, I understand Arsenal fans are always on their loudest voice asking for a striker, and I think we should get a striker. And I've been saying it for a long time. The market is not littered with clinical strikers. And this guy used to play for Coventry, then went to Sporting Lisbon, and he's been banging in the goals. Fair play to him. But I don't see the traits of an elite striker in him. It reminds me of Mitchell. He looks like a purple patch. He couldn't hack it at Coventry in the Championship, then goes to Sporting Lisbon and is playing well for now. This is not a repeated feat. He's playing well for now, and everybody's on his case. Like, fans can call for this guy of all they want. I'm happy that the final decision is going to be made by Edu, Arteta, Richard Garlick, and people who have a bit smarter than regular fan. Regular fan, the consequence and jeopardy of this kind of deal failing doesn't come to them, so they don't care. Fans can call for this guy. If it doesn't work, they call for another striker. It doesn't work that way. With this FFP rule, we have to just live by and abide with. I don't think Arsenal should be risking 100 million euros on a striker that is kind of dodgy. For me, I'm not taking that risk. He's looking well right now, but if you watch him extensively, yes, he's scoring goals. Does he have a trait of a striker that will make it in England? The dribbling ability, the technical ability. He has decent movement, goal scoring abilities. But if he's not scoring, does he add anything to the team? I don't say it. The fact that he struggled in the championship, no, it might be a late bloomer. So sometimes you have to give strikers chances and people chances. But I don't trust this. I'm sorry, I've not seen the tech, the movement, the elite movement, the charisma of a striker of a big club. Some of you say, but he's scoring goals. So why don't we go to the South African League and get the highest goal scorer there? Why don't we go to Uganda and go and get the highest goal scorer there? Why don't we go to Russia and go and get the highest goal scorer there? It's about scoring goals. Let's not be silly. Let's be sensible with our pushback and our responses to certain things. I'm not saying Arsenal should get a striker, but where are these quality strikers? So we have to be very careful. For me, if they are not a long list or litany of quality strikers, you have to get strikers that are collaborative, strikers that even though we want them to score, if they're not scoring, they can facilitate for the likes of Saka and Martinelli and play well. I don't see him as a good facilitator. If he's not scoring, I don't see anything going to add to the team. Like how Jesus is not scoring, is facilitating. Kai Havertz is not scoring, is facilitating. I want a goal scorer, but unfortunately, this time, right, the world is not littered with goal scorers like that. Elite goal scorers, the world is not littered. Bonafide goal scorers. Like, don't tell me about this guy that is scoring in just one season in Sporting Lisbon. That makes it verified. No, let's not do that. It might be a purple patch. We've seen people have. You've seen Rashford, one good season, two bad season. Like we've seen Mitchell that looked like was going to be the elite striker, but turned out to be a fraud. So let's not do that. So I don't trust him. Some of you might trust him. I could be wrong, but I don't trust him. And let's see what the recruitment team at Arsenal will do. I think they are smarter. They know that the onus is on them to choose quality for the team. The onus is on them not to make mistakes. So and I trust them. And I don't think it will be this guy they will go for. No matter what the fans are pushing for, I don't think it will be that guy they will go for. So let's talk about Youri Timber. Barring any setback, Youri Timber will return for Arsenal after the international break. Now that's some good news. Like, unfortunately, he suffered that ACL injury in the first game, first Premier League game against Nottingham Forest, and he has been out since then. He has been back for at least a month plus now, be training with the first team. But we have to manage him carefully so there is no setback. We've heard about the news of Kocha that actually came back from an ACL to suffer another ACL on the other leg. So we have to manage him properly. And I'm not expecting him to quickly return back to the pre-ACL routine, but it takes a bit of time. This guy's been out for over 5 or 6 months. Even though he has been training, training can never be like match day intensity. Match day intensity is always different from training. For him to get back that rhythm and that zest to go 100% to tackles, it will take a bit of time for him to get used to that. So we have to temper our expectations of Youri Timber coming back. Is a fantastic player. I don't expect to see his best in next season, but if he comes back and he's playing like the pre-injury Youri Timber, I'm happy because we will need all our playing members to negotiate the next few games in the 10 games in the Premier League and a few more games. Hopefully, if we beat Bayern, a few more games in Champions League. We need all our players fit and ready to negotiate those fixtures. Because technically, we're playing every 3 days, so we need everybody fit and ready to play all those games. And Youri Timber, if is ready, it will be an extra help to facilitate our potential winning of the title and maybe winning of the Champions League. So I'm happy that he's back, and I want him to actually come back and play as well as he played before the ACL injury. Hopefully we don't rush him back. Hopefully there is no setback, and I'm happy. So those are the news for now. Michael Owen. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. The English pundits and their English YouTubers, they have similar delusion in how they see the game. It is what it is. They gas up their players, gas up their personals, and bring them down because most of the time they over embellish and overrate their star quality they claim to have. So, guys, be kind enough on your way out to strike the like button. Very, very important. Strike the like button. Consider subscribing if you enjoy the content. Do not forget to subscribe and Lastly, do not forget to turn on your notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.